Hello. Thought I'll do a update on the Suzuki Inazuma, better known as gw-250 or GSSR in Japan, I believe. Anyway, I want to be honest, I might be a little bit biased because it's my bike. I'll tell you the pros, the pros and the cons. I'll start with the cons really. Well, it's not really cons, it's just me nitpicking. It's a 250cc twin cylinder. It's a typical 250 really. They got I think they got 26 horsepower, I believe. So far it's alright actually. I do still like it. I'll always miss the power, but at the end of the day I bought this to slow me down, and I had a little 125 previously. Nice bike, but had no guts out of town, as you probably know on 125s. Right, I will start with the cons. The worst things I could say about it is the power. Yes, it's okay for what it is, don't get me wrong, but you'd soon get used to it. Once you get used to it, once you're doing about 60, 65, it's quite happy. With the original front sprocket, the 14 tooth, the speedo was way out by about 6 miles an hour. So if you do change the front sprocket, it's definitely worth doing. The only downside, it's a little bit slower getting to the acceleration. Not drastically, but you can tell when you're overtaking cars. But if you're like me, I'm normally doing cruising about 60, 65, and with the 15 tooth sprocket, perfect. And the good thing about it is the speedo is accurate, so if you are doing 60, you are doing 60, 70, 80, it is a genuine 80. Another downside, I've done a lot of maintenance on this bike. I think the previous owner never really used it that much. I think 1 year he did 7 miles, took it for an MOT and rode it back, and that's it. And the previous year before that he did 20, and the previous year before that I think he did 9. So obviously not being used much. So when I bought the bike, as you probably, if you look on my old videos, I had a bit of a problem with the back brake. I think that was just because it was stood, neglect. Anyway, basically I bought some new pads, cleaned all the brakes up, sorted it out, no problem. In fact, I put some upgraded brakes pads in, and actually the back brake is fantastic. It will stop you. No more squeaks, no more nasty noises. You know how to catch the drag on the disc, but nah, it's fine now. Perfect. What else? The chain sprockets was a bit naff, so I had to replace that. And later on, obviously I serviced it. And I know it wanted new tyres when I bought it. The front one, believe it or not, even though the bike's a 2016, was a 10-year-old. Weird. And the back one was the same. So obviously the tyres was made before the bike. Anyway, so I decided to get rid of them tyres. I've got some Pirellis. I don't know if it's picking it up, I'm not sure. And a lot better. Maybe it's just in your head, you know, when you're riding, because you know you've got decent tyres on it. Pirelli's a good make, where them other ones was a road winner, CSI I believe. Chinese tyres, I think, I'm not sure. But anyway, I think it's all in your head, peace of mind, and it's going alright actually. Quite pleased with these tyres. But on my previous video, this bike has a 110/80, I believe it was. In fact, it's still here. I've still got it, I don't know why. Anyway, so I've upgraded the tyre up to a 120. What is it? 120/17, and it's the Pirelli, sorry, Angel City, and they're quite good. I'm impressed. As for the angling, the only thing I really can tell is probably a fraction. Nothing major. Slow the steering down a fraction, but I don't mean a lot. Barely. If you had this tyre on from originally, you wouldn't even notice. Anyway, that's the tyres, very happy with them. Peace of mind, they're brand new and they were made in 2024, so that's peace of mind. Not good when you got 10-year-old tyres on them, any motorbike, don't matter how big you are. You know, you're in a risk of having a blowout, etc. So basically I've done all that. So a few weeks ago I changed the air filter, and what a pain in the butt that is. Basically you have to take all this off, this off, this off, seat off, all these 3 panels just to get to it. Then you've got to try and lift the tank up, and the cable and the fuel line's not really long enough to lift it up. Anyway, I managed to get it in, but what a pain in the butt that is. I mean, that is the worst thing on this bike I found so far. Maintenance wise, it's easy. You know, oil filters at the front, which is good, quite easy to get to, just one plug to drain it. And what else have I done to change the chain of sprockets? Like I say, it's made the bike a bit smoother. That's another thing. Sometimes, I don't know why, I don't know if it's in my head, but sometimes the bike feels a bit, I don't know, it's not vibrating, but yeah. But all my bikes in the past have done that. One day it was smooth as butter, and the next day it was a bit roughish, but yeah. But I've been riding 40 years, and I think all bikes do that. And I think that is the negative on that bike. Most, I think, easy. I mean, I've only got the basic tools. I say basic tools, I've got quite a lot really. Here's my tools, got loads of toolbox, I've got loads of more tools in me, overshared, etc. So that's it really. So what have I done to it? Changed the tyres, changed the chain of sprockets to 15 2 for the front, which is a lot better, and it will do a genuine 85 mile an hour now. So yeah, what else have I done to it? Oh, put these long levers on, which is, I think, looks kind of cool. Yeah, so you can adjust them. Yeah, so nice and easy. Obviously in the previous videos, if you go back on my videos, I put a main stand on. So yeah, it's a good looking bike. Like I say, you'll always miss the power. Always miss the power if you've been riding big bikes like I have in the past. But now I'm getting old. I just have to remember what I bought this for. I want it to be a commuter, cruise at 60, 65, which it does, no problem. And it does calm you down. What I do really love about this is the colour. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say I've chopped the mudguard down. As you have a look on my previous videos, you will see. I had to do, because I'm so fussy, I took all the suspension off, drained all the oil. It was very black. I don't think it's ever been touched, this bike. I think it had its first service and second service, and that's it. Well, to be fair, the guy only used it. So yeah, pretty simple maintenance. So as I was taking this front end off, I took it all off. I greased all the main bearings, which they're in good nick. Just not much grease on there. I think typical lacking of grease in any manufacturer. While I sprayed the forks up because I'm very, very fussy. Yeah, so the bike, it stops, it handles. It's a nice little bike to ride. What I do really like about it, as I was trying to say before, is the colour. It just makes it, and this mudguard looks a hell of a lot better, in my opinion. It used to come right down here. You get horrible thing. If you have a look at the previous videos, you will notice. Build quality, it's holding up quite well. I think the only thing I'm a little bit concerned about is, it's not major, it's this bit here. Keep it, sorry, we're getting to the view. I'm going to keep an eye on that bit. If I can get in there, that bit there. This bit here between the exhausts looks a bit, yeah, looks like it's a weak point. I won't say it's tank rusted or anything yet, but I am keeping an eye on that. Yeah. And the instruments, very good. Pretty basic compared to the new ones, but it's adequate. Digital speedo. What I will say, with the 14 tooth sprocket, you do get about 80 miles per gallon. With the 15 tooth, you do drop down probably to about 68, which is not a big difference really. But I think what it is, because when you're riding it, because the bike wasn't designed to have that big sprocket on you, using your throttle more. so you're hoping it up more to get it was. But like I said, the best thing about it is the speedo, 100% accurate. Yeah. So basically, oh yes, I've got to say, other day, because I don't think this bike's been, don't think it's ever had its valves adjusted, and I will say on that one, it's very easy, quite easy. The only downside, you have to take all your panels off, obviously, and you have to take your little trims off and the coil, ignition coils up there. You just have to take that off, then it will lift off, and once it's off, out of the way, it's really easy, really easy. The good thing about it, it's got the just a lock nut on it, none of these sin valves nonsense. I don't know why. I guess I know they last longer. I think these are meant to be done every 6,000 miles, I believe. Yeah, but this bike's done 7 now. Like I say, I'm not sure if it's ever been done. And to be fair, the right hand side 2 valves was probably a little bit tight. Nothing major, but yeah. So I adjusted them to 8mm on the intake valve and 18 on the exhaust valves. Basically that's minimum range, because the valves standard settings is 5mm to 10mm to the intake valve, and 17 to 22mm. So I've gone the middle of the range, so if it does tighten up, usually got a bit of movement. I've been doing it for years, so it's pretty easy once you got all the bodywork off. Yes, what can I say about it? Another negative, I don't know if everybody else has the same problem. The seat, it kind of marks really easy. I don't know why. Well, it will come out if you use like shoe polish, stuff like that. But it does mark quite easy. So yeah, so far I'm going to keep it. I keep saying to myself I'm going to sell it, but I'll just think about the what I actually use a motorbike for, commuting and having a bit of a blast at the weekends, and you know, the best thing about it just keeps you honest. What else can I say about it? Yeah, so far I'm going to keep it for a bit longer. I'll always miss the power, but for what it is, once you get your head around it, it's 250 twin cylinder. It's a lot smoother than a single cylinder, especially the CBR 250. They vibrated quite a lot, which I didn't like. I would say it's below par on the Kawasaki Ninja 250R. I had a 2009, that had a bit more power, had a little bit more top speed. I think that used to be about 90, 95. I know it doesn't sound a lot of difference, but yeah, the extra power and a bit lighter. Apart from that, once you get used to it, it's a pretty good bike really. You just got to get your head around it. Like, it's a 250 and it's built to a price, and it's a budget bike, and it's a commuter. And if you are going to commute on it, it's brilliant for that, really is. This video's got a long time now, so would I recommend one? Yes, if you're commuting. Yes, if you come up from a 125, yes. Yes, I know you can see 125s what do 80 mile an hour on the clock, but it's a load of crap. If they put it on sat nav, they're probably only doing about 70, 68, 70. I mean, my little 125 said it was doing 68, but in reality, GPS, it was just doing 61 or 62, which is 125. It's an old cool engine. But yes, don't buy it for speed. Don't buy it for performance. If you're buying it for commuting, cheap to run, cheap tax-ish. I don't understand this tax business in England. You could pay 20 quid for a diesel or a small car. We want to buy a 250, what does 80 mile for a gallon. You're paying 54 a year. Big difference from a 600 onwards, because you're paying more. And the best thing about it as well, sorry I forgot to say, is insurance. I shopped around. I used to be with Cow and Nash, but it went up a little bit, so I thought sod that. So I shopped around and managed to get it from Bennett's. Fully comp, all the goodies, and I think it was, what was it, £68, I believe it was. Yeah, so it's dead cheap to insure, run, etc. If you keep that in mind, it's a perfect bike for that. I will make another update. I still got to do a little odd bit things to it. I'm too fussy for my own good. Anyway, thanks for watching my video. So it's a bit long. I haven't made one for a bit. So yes, it's a good bike for what it is. As I always keep saying, drive safe and keep smiling. Bye for now.